Because I think I just make the rooms here, right? Which means I want to do something like this. Which makes me want to go like that. But it's probably going to be like this. Which means I need a ladder up. I need to remove that so I could add some tiles here. I hope they don't get stuck inside. Oh, and that's done? Okay, so this is done. I don't know how much ethanol I have for cooling, but I need to remove the rusty oxidizer to place it here. Alright. Yeah, because it's this different rocket, it doesn't help me. But let me try to do this. Maybe if we remove the rocket platform, it's different. I feel like it's not going to work, though. Oh, it's a Poke Shell. Hey, nice. Yep, separate rockets still. So this makes us still hit our cap faster. Yep, that's right here. SS Curious. Yep, Calypso. It looks like we just can't do it, man. Feels bad. At least we tried. Alright, so now that we tried that, we know it doesn't work. We're just gonna have to scrap it. Which is fine. I don't mind too much. Alright, so now I need this to be a thing. So the cooling loop's going to be a little bit longer. Cooling over here is going to be not bad as well. Some of the water goes into here. Some of the water feeds back into here. Nice, nice. The trick with lag makes it same on because you can't change name of a module and ports are mixed. Wait, so do you stack the Spacefarer module on top of each other, or is it on the same tile? Oh, it moved down? Ah, come on, dude. That's illegal. It moved down still. Come on, that's rude. Even though I took out the rocket platform. I'll have to look up the trick and like test it out on sandbox mode myself or Hori. But yeah. Probably looks like we can't do it today. At least not today. We might be able to come back and, you know, fix it next time, but you know, we'll have to see about that. Oh, I need to put tiles here first. Because I need to mines this out for a ladderway, I think. And it's probably going to be like that. Gotcha, gotcha. So it is stacked on top of each other. Can you do 3? Is that possible? Not seen in such a way? Oh, it feels bad. Maybe with the maximum lag. Alright, so over here... Automation, timer sensor... Gas element sensor... And gate. Buffer. This is going to be all green for now. Proposal of auto clicker. Oh, that's too much. Actually downloading a program to cheat at a game. That's too much. Like, I get it if people, you know, playing single player games turn on debug sandbox mode because that's how they like to play. That's fine. But if you download a program just to do something specific, I think that's cheating. I don't care. You're downloading a separate third-party program just to get that done. Ah, crap. Oh, he's stuck. Ghost Rider's stuck. Please get the first tile. Nice. Alright, alright. So we're kind of just gonna have to live like this, huh? That kind of sucks. But I guess it's fine. Alright, so this is gone. The ethanol is still cooling. We'll try to maintain temperatures. And if it could leave, it could leave. Minecraft AFK bot? Yo, man. That's still cheating. I hear you, Mamba. I hear you. I'm used to it as in Terraria. I'm tired of clicking after 8 hours in a row. Oh, you have to auto-click in Terraria? It feels bad. Okay, so we still don't have hydrogen. We have more, but it's not enough. Alright, so you know what I'll have to do? I will actually have someone run the battery constantly. Because if they're running the wheel, I'm generating hydrogen. And I feel like at this point, that's just what I have to do. Oxygen's coming out. Can't really complain. Alright, so we're out of water. We could use a little bit there. But I need the H2 for the most part. And then once I get into here, I do need to... Yeah, because that's going to be here. That's the same space. And then it is going to be a deconstruct. So then we get the 3 tiles here. And then I would actually need a ladder on the right side. Which means I do that here as well. Okay, that's not bad. Alright. We'll wait for the ladder to be built, and then we'll have to seal up that side. No, Drecos got stuck inside. That's probably not true. Dreco probably got stuck inside, man. What the hell? So I added in how much space? 6 tiles. This is 6 tiles? Oh, that's amazing. I could just put the door here. And then this space could stay as is. Oh, that's really nice. Let me get rid of the power line right there as well. But I like the challenge. Not something in the game tired. That was just me. Like, games of Minecraft. Game is okay. It's just now you're lost. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I've never played Terraria, though. I didn't know you needed an auto-clicker for that. Kind of interesting. 94. And then this door needs to be deconstructed. 95, 96. Perfect. Nice. Max tiles. Alright, so we got that open. That goes here. This is gone. The ladders are supposed to be here. And then we need to seal that up. It needed if you stuck with something that unable of auto attack. Oh, so you make it so that you auto click to auto attack. Oh, I see you guys. I see you guys over there. How come you guys are right there, man? Can you guys leave? Y'all need to y'all need to get out. Dude, why you got what the hell are you guys doing over here? Oh, you're grabbing food. These guys. And then I do need to build a pump here. And then power. And I guess we will cut it for now so that it doesn't drain the power. Alright, so this is going to be fine. The next thing we're going to need is cooling down the room so that it stays at a tempered temperature for the Glossys. And we're going to need our mixed gases. So I want to vacuum the room first. I know a little bit of the heat's going to leak through, which is going to cause a little bit of issues, but I don't think it's going to matter too much once we get the aqua tuner in. So since this is okay now, I think one of the things we should do is re-dig out the climbing pattern. If we do this, I think it's going to be to good benefit. So we could still go into this area, and then we'll clear out most of this, probably mine out the salt, and build the aqua tuner like in this area. I think it should be fine. Alright, so this is technically okay. Now we gotta vacuum this room. Ooh, there's only one polluted oxygen. Otherwise, it's just O2. Nice. Alright, so mine, 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 and mine. You're not stuck, right? This guy, Koopy Hammond? What are you doing, dude? Alright, otherwise they're doing okay. Just chilling. This guy is not stuck, right? Okay, he's not stuck. Cool, we checked. Alrighty. So far, so good. Yes, hydrogen is starting a stockpile. We can start moving that soon. By having people run the wheel, there is... yes. This setup and automation. So, we need that. This is going to be CO2. And then, yeah, we're just going to crush everything. Nice, nice. Omelets. We actually... Yeah, I'll take it. Why not? I didn't want the dupes right now anyways. So we need to vacuum the room. And then once we're vacuum, I need to fill it up with hydrogen. And then we need to balance out the hydrogen in this room. So I need to pre-release a little bit of hydrogen here, and then try to manage the hydrogen levels on this side. So that means that... How much is in here? It's only 10 kilograms? Damn, that's not a lot at all. Alright, man. In due time, we'll have enough. Can you convert CO2 into something useful? Rocket fuel. It's oil. Technically also petroleum. You could also convert CO2 into... That's about it. Polluted water. And also... Oxygen. Oxyferns can convert CO2 into oxygen. Slicksters convert CO2 into... either regular oil, or if you have the red variant, petroleum. You could also use it to fuel your CO2 rocket engine, if that's what you're using. There is also the carbon skimmer. You could convert water into polluted water. And then the soda fountain, yeah. Find any key, hope that helps. How's everyone doing? What's going on, Leniscus? How are you? I see the printing pod is still not inspected. Alright, man, we'll do it just for you. Ah, shit, it's telling us to evacuate? Come on, man. We didn't need to see this. Guys, that's a false flag. There's no cold red happening right now. We're good. We're good. Theys be tripping. Alright, let's get some of the pipelines gone from here because we don't need it anymore. But in most cases, you have more than you need. Yeah, a lot of the times you do. There's so much CO2 from your dupes just breathing out a lot of the times. Alright, so let's start thinking about the aqua tuner design. How do we want to situate this? How do we want to get this started? So because this area is pretty much out of the ethanol, and I could just dump out the rest of the ethanol into there, which I will not do yet. Actually, to some degree I will. The area needs to get mined out, which is fine. Now I also don't need power here anymore, which is nice. Autosave lag. Let's get into the liquid pump deconstructed, and let's start mining this out. Y'all is not stuck. Why you guys just chilling? Let's have you guys sweep then, if you guys don't want to work. Oh, we have water. Nice. Let's use that for research. Alright, we're able to finally mine out the chunk. The cold chunk. This is almost done. Milligrams. Okay, so the aqua tuner design, very simple. I am going to... I'm going to just crush the water. That's right, because I'm not feeding it into an electrolyzer. Yeah. And I don't really need the water, so I'm just going to crush the thermal energy. Yeah, it should be fine. And I think the water we'll use is the 30 degree or even the salt water, depending on the temperature. Like, if I have a lot of water, I'll use it, but it looks like I have to use the salt water. Feels bad. Alright, so... yeah, I think what's smart is mining through this area. Mine through the sand. And then we get to here and climb up and down. That way, we have a walking path to the back that goes out to here. Cool. And I think it has to be here. So I need to redo this. This is no longer needed. This got pulled out. I actually don't need that door because it doesn't really matter right now. Okay, so it feels like I should have it here because it technically fits. It's actually not too bad. Now, I don't think I want to actually put it here because it makes it kind of troublesome to fill with water. For lack of better words. Oh, man. Like, there's always going to be a gas bubble in there. So that's going to make it a pain. But I guess it has to be done, right? Alright, so let's look and brainstorm a little bit how it should look like. We're going to do a 5 because we wanted 3 in the middle. And that's because of how the door has to be situated. And then aqua tuner. Oh, I don't have gold. Oh, that means I need steel again. Ah, crap. Where's my rock crusher? I don't think I have lime right now, or refined, Refined carbon. Ah, come on. The vent's bopping me. Howdy, what's going on, P-Nugget? How are you? Hope you're doing well. And how's the Thursdays, my friend? How was the days, and how is it treating you? Just bought the DLC for this game, finally. Still feel like this game is too big brain for me, but I'm giving it a go anyway. Yo, man, take your time. Don't try to do what we're doing. Just, you know, go at your own pace, have fun, do all the things you want to do. And, yeah, man, don't let it, you know, bog you down. Because a lot of the times I feel like people see the cool strats, and then they go, since I can't do that, I'm probably playing wrong. $125 temp? No, it's ore, not refined metal. If I was refined iron, it's different. But I don't even get gold amalgam, which is the only variant of the ores. If this was refined, you would have been right, since they did patch it. But no, it's metal ores instead. Oh crap, he grew up already? We gotta move him. He's gonna start causing some problems. He's gonna start beating people up. But yeah, nope, that's not the case, Fluon. Not the case. None of the metal ores increase overheat temperature outside of gold amalgam. And then you're probably thinking about, like, you know... Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. This overheat baseline, it's not 75. It's 125. I was thinking you were talking about how they changed it that copper, gold, and iron, all three increase overheat temperature. That's what I thought you were talking about. How if it was refined metal, you automatically get the 50 if you use this, or even gold. But no, you're right. Yeah, this doesn't need it. You know, with enough water, I'm probably okay to get it done. So, yeah. I could probably get away with iron, I hope. So in most cases, we need the vent here. The two sensors are going to be liquid element, and then the thermal sensor. And then this needs to be a vacuum. And then it drops into a smaller corridor this time. So I probably swap it, since I want this side to be flat. Right? So I mirror it to the other side. And then we just door crush it. Yeah, that's basically it. So I think it's just going to be a simple setup. This is a 3x3. This is a 2x6. I probably need it to be at least an 8x8 for the size to be able to be carried. And this is probably a simpler automation. I think it has to be like this, right? So down, this goes here. Wait, is it? So we detect water. Do I have to not gate that? And then this one. Actually, let me swap this, because I know it's going to be the other side, right? So, like this, because I need the thermal sensor for the pipeline. Ah. Does this matter? I think it does. So I will keep it like that. We'll transfer some heat to that tile, but I think it's going to be okay. And then it'll go wherever it needs to go. And then vent thermal. There's automation here. And then we have liquid element thermal sensor. Alright, so this sensor is when it's above X, it's going to open. So that's cool. Oh, I could just pull everything off of the AND gate. No, I think it's liquid element only. So because of that, I could do it like this, and this is a little bit better. And then if we detect water, send a green signal. Right? That's how the liquid element sensor works. Send a green signal when the element's detected. Yeah, and you can't change that. Okay, so when there is no water, yeah. So this goes in, and then I flip it with a NOT gate for the vent. Right? Because the logic is, if there's no water, turn on the vent. So don't detect water, that means I'm getting a red signal. I need to have this open when that happens. And then if there is water and the temperature is above a certain temperature, both of these need to go to the AND gate to start setting up our process. There we go. Sorry I can't stay longer, but I hope you have a great night. No worries, decovers. Take care of the things you gotta do. Thank you for being here while you can. And thank you for hanging out. See you next time, Deconverse, and hope you have a good one. Hey, it's a Glossy baby! The rare Glossy baby. Gotta love those, man. Alright, so this is a vacuum. Nice. So that's not typically going to be on the line anyways. So we could do that. We could finally deconstruct these two tiles and put a pneumatic door there. And then I need to start putting some hydrogen here if I can. Now, before we even talk about that, the main point is I need to go in and deconstruct the setup. Gotta do what we gotta do. Since it's a vacuum to vacuum, it should be fine. I'm excited for cities tomorrow. Yo, man, are you gonna have a lot of questions for me? It's cool if you do. I'd be happy to take those. But hey, man, glad you are excited. Alright, so we have our design ready. This is 10 tiles long. I don't know what achievement we got, but it's cool. So 10 tiles goes down to here. Is that from top to bottom? Oh, that includes the top cap and the bottom cap. So that means I go here to here. That's not bad. So it basically stops this floor early. So it's basically going to look like this. And then I need 2 space gap up top. And then we're going to have it flip to that side. So it's going to look like this. Hey, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll wait for the last one. And then we know we need to seal that up. I will... Wait, how did we make the jump? How did you guys get over there? What the hell? Alright. Magically, the dupes are walking around. I haven't been able to play the last few days. Everything I do makes me annoyed, lol. I am just in the phase where no layout makes me happy. Yo, man, you'll find something. No worries. You'll find something, man. Don't think about it too much. How do you get creatures from one place to one map into a certain room? You're looking for something called a critter drop-off. The critter drop-off is where your duplicates, after you click on a critter and you hit the wrangle button, your duplicates will drop them off at a critter drop-off if you allow it. And then increase the priority. You also require to have tier 1 ranching skill right here. You need this skill. So if you don't have it, you can't do it. But you need this building, which means that you need this tech. Ranching. So once you get all that, it should be pretty flawless. Oh, they're going all the way around, dude. What a journey. What a journey. Alright, so let's get some of the automation situated. We know we have this here. We know that we have a thermal sensor made out of copper, liquid element sensor made out of copper. We have this like that, this like this like that. And then we have this like this. We have what's known as the NOT gate. We know what's known as the AND gate. We also have what's known as a liquid pipe thermal sensor. And then we'll get the aqua tuner in soon. Now, I think for the purpose... because we can't go up this way anyways, it looks like I need to do this. You made a ranch too early. No, you get it pretty early. First 10 cycles. You could probably get the skill if you have someone that's, you know, specialized in ranching. 10 cycle minimum to get started. Shouldn't take too bad. Alright, so with that, I go here, and then this is a buffer. And then from here, I need to lock this door, so we could do it at the bottom and from the top. And then I should be able to do like that, because I need a door here as well. Alright, I guess I do have solid tiles there, because it makes a lot of sense. This is going to be... we're going to use water. Nice vacuum. We're going to have to get rid of that. This is going to be the bottle emptier. Nice, that's locked. That's going to be locked. That needs to go into there, and then we'll get the last one soon. From here, I need to seal this up and go like this. Actually, I got to do 3 at a time so that I don't get this one unable to be built. Okay, this is going to be water. If we have it. Which we don't. Feels bad. Oh, I do. Pea water from the bathrooms. Nice. 1,200 kilograms. Actually, do I have any other water sources? Clear, new. Liquid. Nothing that oh, brine. Okay. No water, no water. Bring me the brine. We have a lot of this. So might as well. We gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, so we'll leave it like that for now, because all we have to do is build the aqua tuner. That's done. We go for that. At this point, we go for the door and the insulated tile. Alright, just gotta get rid of, oh, it's not breathable here at all. Alright, mine, oh, I can't. Mine this tile. So that the CO2 and the chlorine and all that just falls down to the ground. Release the gases, man. Y'all can't breathe back there. Hello, what is the setup and what does it do? It is a way to cool down your aqua tuner while not feeding into electrolyzer. I'm just going to delete the water. So I'm using cold water to cool down my electrolyzer. I'm using cold water to cool down the aqua tuner since I don't have a steam turbine. And then once the water heats up, I delete it and I put in new water. That's what we're doing. Hope it helps, man. But, I can't pronounce your name, dude. Zool Miles. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I gotta ask, man. Are you a name change? Because I do not recognize your name at all. It feels like you might have changed your name from something else. I got one question for day off. Can I, in any setup, make a SPOM liquefying oxygen, not pumping it with gas pumps? Wait, what? I definitely can do it with thermal regulators. Wait, what? What are you trying to do? Oh, never did a name change. Oh, so I just haven't seen you in a long, long time. Last message from 2020. Okay, that makes sense. It was a long, long time ago then. But hey, welcome back. If you didn't know, I'm already doing a YouTube channel. You can check it out, !YouTube. We have a lot of Oni videos on there. So if you missed some Oni content and you want to see what we were doing, you can check that out right there, man. Filter oxygen from electrolyzer, cooling it to liquid, and to stay power positive. Oh, God. Good luck, Fluan. Good luck, man. That sounds like a task. Really liked the video. Thanks, Grappas. Glad you guys enjoy. Yo, man. If you guys have any ideas of other types of content you guys want to see that revolves around the Onis, yo, man, let me know. Drop an idea for your boy me, too legit. Is no one delivering, man? Wait, I thought they said we had a lot of brine. Was that not true? It wasn't true? Ah, alright, man. We're gonna do saltwater, brine water setups. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. I'm out of brine, boys. I guess I could take the salt brine right here. That would be ridiculous if it's possible, even with supercooler. Honestly, man, I don't think it's gonna work. Dude, liquefying the oxygen, dude. That sounds like such a hassle. And we have no deliveries? Wait, I thought we had salt water. Oh, I unchecked the wrong one. My bad. Alright, so we still have a little bit of idleness. When they're idle, you make them sweep. Wait, oh, I never turned this, so this is a 5-5. Now it's time, boys, to regulate the gas levels. It's time to door crush. Wait, what? Oh, this is 5 seconds. And this needs to be 7 seconds, on my bad. 3 + 3 + 1. There we go. Now a proper door crusher. Time to remove all the CO2. Nice. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the unbreathable gases anymore. We'll just delete them. And then a little bit of water spillage. That's fine. Holy, so easy to delete O2. You delete everything. You know what I'm doing over here? I'm using the water that we get after cooling down the areas from my oxygen generators. And then I put it into my meta refinery, and then I dump out the contents of the meta refinery into here, and I do the same thing. Once we have enough water, the doors open, we close the doors, and it deletes it. Like, I don't want to deal with it, man. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm just going to delete it right away. Alright, so the top part has a little bit of issue. Alright, so to make it easier, we're going to build 3 tiles here solid. So that we can make this airflow temporarily for the gases to leak out. Now, we're going to put a layer of water on top of this. Do you produce more than you delete? Yeah, I have a geyser, dude. Cool salt slush. Not only that, I have another cool slush geyser right here that I'm not even thinking about tapping into because I don't even need the water yet. So yeah, I have a lot of water. I'm not even thinking about it. I have so much water, I don't need to worry. That's basically where I'm at. Eventually, though, I'll make this into an infinite spill pattern so that we could stockpile more and more water. I've only got water my second asteroid. Yo, man, you gotta do the StarCraft early expansion strats. You know how it is. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. And it really do be like that sometimes. Alright, strategy for this is airflow out that layer. All the gases gets pushed out. Water is on all 3 layers. And we're gonna have a nice time. I done gooped my saltwater one. I made a large holding tank for it. I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just uses up more space. I got a map with 6 water geysers, and I thought it was not much. If you say 2 is enough. It depends on the type of water. It depends on the type of water. I have cool slush, and this is 4.4 kilograms. And then cool salt slush was a 4.9 kilograms. Now, if you have hot water, which I do on my second planet, you can look at the volume difference, 7.5. So it's almost double the cold water sources. So hot water gives you a lot more volume, but the cold water has the good temperature. That's typically what you're looking for. But yeah, it depends, because I'm not actually using the electrolyzer as my main source of oxygen. So because of that, I'm not burning it off to, how much is it? 1 kilogram per second? Because if you run an electrolyzer constantly, that's 1 kg per second, right? So since I'm not going to be running this long term, I don't really kill off my water that much. But yeah. There we go. Look at that. All the gases are there. Hopefully the gas gets pushed to the right and not up into the room, because that would suck. I would have to pump that up again. Heat, man. Heat. Oh, yeah. Yo, man, it'd be like that sometimes. Heat's nice. You could raise some slicksters in that environment, I suppose. It's only a little bit of heat, man. It's okay. You want to talk about heat? Look at my Dreco Ranch. These guys are little balls of heat, dude. All that fur, just rub it on each other, man. Just generating so much heat. Feels bad, man. I need to start cooling that down. Off the bed. Have a good night. Thank you for being here, Mordax. Thank you for hanging out. And of course, hope you have a good night of rest. Hope your back feels better, man. And dude, we'll catch you next time. They gotta stop making you go into work early, man. Alright, we did it. So all the gas got pushed out, and this is ready to be saved. So we are going to sweep up the items while we can. And we're going to build our aqua tuner. We'll build it out of iron. It really shouldn't matter. And now I gotta do my pipelines. So this goes in like that, that goes in like this, and we have that. Now I need this to go into the area. So most likely, this has to come in from here. And then I guess we could come in from the top like that. I do get rid of this. And then I am going to be chilling my things on this tile. And then potentially that's it. I don't think I need another one. I will put a copper one right here on the gas bubble. So this goes like this. Like that. Should be fine. Couple of questions here. At what temp Drecos are born? 65. And is there any other easy way to bring to ranch missing creature than taking it from the incubator? I used to do, depending on how your setup is. Like, let's say that you have a liquid lock, right? And you have this room that you're, you know, breeding. And then you have another room at the bottom that's shearing. What I do is I have a mechanized door, and then I put the critter drop-off. Wait, no, it's the other way around. Like that. So the breeding room, right? You always want to make sure you have max critters. I have a critter sensor in here. This ties to the door. Anytime the critter drops below the amount that I want to make sure I have, the door closes. And when the door closes, the critter drop-off works again. When the critter drop-off is on a missing tile block like it is right now, it says invalid building location, right? It's not usable, so you can't wrangle when this happens. So this is probably the best method, as you don't have your duplicants running into here wrangling when they're not doing anything. And immediately, if you have one of the Drecos die, let's say, You pick one up from here and you move it back. That's what I would probably say to do. But, you know, I don't know if you like that method. That way you don't have to have it in incubators. You could have it in a room where you're shearing your Drecos and it's not that bad. You know, things like that. But yeah, hope that helps. Hopefully that's what you're looking for. It is pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. But it's kind of a specific situation. Alright, let's build that. Oh, I don't have power. Alright, it looks like we're pulling it from the ethanol line. Sweet, sweet ethanol for the aqua tuner. Alright, man. So I have to pull this. So I think I need to convert all this. So this is 1200 watts. This is set. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I'm missing one of my loaders. Would I have everything running at the same time? I am technically 40 watts over. In fact, in your Draco farm, you don't make the setup only on your games with full achievement you make it. I didn't think about it then. I didn't think about that setup until recently, Grandpas. It's not that I'm holding out, man. I'm not holding out. I just thought of it. Xylacor, what's good, man? I see you over there. How you doing, Xylacor? Hello, too legit? Hello, hello. How are yous today? How is the Thursdays? Hope you're doing well, Xylacor. Is pretty nice. Yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe I should update the video. It can even tolerate dozens of Drecos in the starving room, as Dude will only wrangle all of them and when drop-off is active. Yep. So it saves you time, saves you jobs, so it's very convenient. Is make my farm easy. Yeah, man. You gotta make the game easy. What, you guys remember that commercial? We're making it easy for you. What commercial was that, man? You remember that? I don't remember what brand it was. I just remember the chorus. We're making it easy for you. Yo, man, any Americans in chat? It was a West Coast commercial. I don't remember, dude. It was, I guess they did a bad job, right? If I don't remember which company it was. I remember it was something like that, though. I gotta make it easy for you guys, right? I should think better. Don't worry, Swan. Nah. It wasn't that, Xylacor. I see you over there, though. It wasn't that, though. 100% sure. Alright, so beyond that, 40 watts of power. Right? I don't think everything will get turned on at the same time. I'm assuming so, but I don't know. So I will do this. Parents goes groceries, and kid does a beacon cry after music starts. Yo, feels bad. Sounds good. I know exactly what time I was here first. It was a base you did, and I asked you about the shovel farm. Now I remember. Put you on favorite YouTube links, so I guess I come here often now, but I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye-bye. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. But, dude, that was... I don't know which colony that was, because I do shovel farms on almost all of them. Back then, that was the strat, dude. You had to do shovel farms, because they're the best source of food. So I don't know how long ago that was, sadly. But hey, we'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. And of course, hope you have a good one. Alright, so I will do something jank like this. Oh, I'm out of refined metals? Oh, man. I'm out of refined metals, boys. It was on vanilla, yeah. One big base, you wanted to waste it because it was too much trouble. That sounds like all my bases still. Feels bad, man. Alright, so guys, I could be mad lazy and go down to here and grab the refined iron. I don't think I want to do that. I think instead I need to just start smelting properly. So, oh, and this needs power too. I guess we just have to run a manual wheel. The jank setups. Alright, we gotta do what we gotta do. So, let's make it so that the dupes... 1, 2, 3. Jumbo battery. Heavy watt mega wire. Have that go directly here. We need to power this so that we can make some more refined metal for the conductive wire. Outside of that, I don't know if there's going to be any other way for me to get the refined metal that's necessary. But getting it started shouldn't be that bad. Oh, right here. Nice. I don't want to use the aluminum though. Feels bad. Oh, the refined metals, nice. Some of the power as well. Hopefully it's enough copper. Wow, we're missing a lot of copper, man. Holy crap. And, man. Alright, so this is no longer necessary. Since this is never going to power on again. I probably turn this to 0. Drops off some of the resources outside. There's a little bit of ethanol, which I think should just empty. And we'll dump it into here, which is not a good thing, but it should be fine. Alright, we could deconstruct this now. Get rid of all of this. Should be fine. So this is going to be the new metal refinery using some of the cold liquids. I do need more heat generators down here. And I think I'm going to have to extend the cooling loop from here into this room, which will get me a lot of water feeding into our system again. So it's basically we would take this loop. Ah, I see the line already. Yeah. So I probably want to do the same thing again. Tile there. So that's that. Pipeline goes down. Let's give it another space gap. And I want to go here. This means this is gone. And this is also no longer a thing. And then there's probably things I can't reach right here, right? Yeah. Autosave lag, don't touch anything. Hey, we're in. Door crusher, working its magic. Nice. Just chlorine now, just chlorine. And the O2 levels is pushing the chlorine down. Dude, you guys remember when my oxygen was only 3 digits? It's feeling a lot better now, man. Holy crap. Look at how much more breathable this is. Upgrades, boys. We're moving on up. Damn, it feels good to be a gangsta. Alright, so this is ready. Copper, let's make 25 of these. I do need to have this connected now. Goes in each direction it needs to. This basically becomes a fork. And then, yeah, just gotta wait for this to empty out. And then once ethanol is done, I need to get water cooling loops. And then I need to make my first distillery right now. So, I guess that's what we need to do. So let's make a makeshift distillery. How long is this? I want to make this automated to some degree. And then that means we'll put lumber here. Oh, wait. It's a dispenser. because of how the priority works. All right, so now power-wise, it's 240, 240, 120. And then, does this off-gas anything? It creates polluted dirt, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so CO2, right? Yeah, carbon dioxide. I could just crush that here. If it generates heat, we cool it down. I'm not too worried about it. And then we just have to pump out the ethanol into the line right here. Ah, so that's where this comes in. So both of these come out to here. And we got to get into a line similar to that. Okay, we can just run a snake line that's very close. And then this comes down, and then this bridge is on. Cool. Dirt seems to be nerfed strongly. It can now lay in vacuum before off-gas for a while. Wait a second. Polluted dirt? You're talking about polluted dirt, right? And then this is 240, 240, 120, 600 watts. I can't put that on here. Oh no, there's no more ethanol. Dude, the system is dead. The system is dead. Oh god. Alright, man, turn off the rad bolt generators. Alright. So, we need to get some ethanol out of the loop. So let's have this at 35. Wait. Above 35 it is. Oh, it's no power? Not like this. There's no power. Alright, so I believe I could meme strat here. Connect that, and I cut this. How does that not work? How come it doesn't go through? Oh, because it's the other way. I can't... What? Oh, is it because of this? Alright, it doesn't want to go through. So the only other strat I have is a meme strat, which I do this. And then I have to cut this as well. And I just have it leave this way. And then I would have to cut this to have it flow backwards. Wait, come on! How come it doesn't want to move? Hey, it works! Alright, autosave lag. Alright, so with that... Bam, 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 bam. Nice, we got ethanol coming out again, let's go! Alright, so power consumers are my rad bolt gens. So both of those are off now. So we should be able to hold on more power. We're making copper. That's not enough water. We're waiting for more water to come out. Alright, there we go. Yep, polluted dirt. So I relogged and it off-gasses another random moment. Huh. So you know morbs can't off-gas in a vacuum? I don't know the reasoning why. But it's really weird. In a vacuum, you would imagine morbs just love it. Just spawn as much as they can. But they can't spawn any oxygen when in a vacuum. I don't know why. It sounds like it's something similar. Maybe vacuum properties are a little bit weird. Alright, so we're pumping into ethanol, which is good, which means we stockpile a little bit more power. We need the pipeline in so we can stockpile that in. This is going to be sweep only manufacture. No, industrial lumber. And then I'm going to need to start tracking lumber. There we go. Dude, that's a lot of lumber. Don't I have it on this tile? So I need to uncheck all, go to industrial ingredients, and sweep the lumber. Wait. We don't sweep it here anymore, though. We gotta sweep it to the other one. Industrial. There it is. Copy, paste, and then sweep the lumber. Let's go. I have no clue. Yeah, it's weird, man. I just know that that's how it works. I don't know the reasoning why it works, though. Nice. Nice. So the water's not going to flow until we connect this point, but I'm going to wait till the ethanol is finished first. And then we need as much water to leave the system as we can. So I'm hoping this adds a little bit of heat. Maybe moving the kiln over to this side might be a little bit beneficial. I need my dupes working. I need my dupes working. Ooh, look at that hot refined carbon. Alright. Lime and then iron. I gotta make some iron, which we have a lot of, and then I need to start rock crushing some eggshells. This is 5 divided by 84. That's what? 14? 16. 16? 16. 16. And then the small one is just 1. That's it? Oh man, I have no lime, dude, at all. What a struggle. Oh, all my food rotted. Feels bad. No, all my food, all my sleet wheat grain, they rotted in the polluted oxygen. Oh man. I had 2 full fridges. 200 kilograms. That kind of sucks. That's a lot of food right there, man. You hate to see that kind of thing happen. Okay, so ethanol? Not even mad. Ethanol typically is a little bit on the cold side as well. 26 degrees. Oh, that sucks. Alright, we have a little bit of refined copper. That means this was rolling. Not bad, not bad. We need more water, fam. Alright, so I'm okay with the electrolyzer right now. We're gonna cut that off. And that's because we have enough hydrogen. I am gonna start extracting pipe contents. A lot of chlorine still, which is okay. I need to start crushing chlorine. I really think I do. Auto save. Oh, we took a new dupe, but we don't have enough beds. Geek has been sleeping on the floor. Geek's been sleeping on the floor, dude. I feel so bad. This guy, man, did not get a bed. We need to hook man up. I need to wait for plastic, though. Alright, so this is going to be hydrogen. Well, yeah, we'll do hydrogen first. Maybe farming salt vines. That's true. We could do salt vines. We could do salt vines. I need to seal this up, but I need to wait till we get the power line here first. If we don't, it's probably not worth it. That's true. Salt vines would work. I could do it for salt vines. A little bit of H2. So I need to put H2 here so that we could a little bit, like, balance it out. Is what I'm thinking. So if we have H2 go down to this level, and then we have the H2 in the rooms be the same pressure level, none of the chlorine leaks out. That's what I'm trying to hope for. And then the shearing could be done a little bit more often. Doesn't have a bed. He doesn't, man. Doesn't build a bed. Alright, alright. God damn it. He sleeps with the baby Glossy. Geek has a pet Glossy Draco. Hope he's a fan of those. Cthulhu, man, we send you to the gulag. Going back to the databanks, man. Even if you don't have the skill, you're just gonna be on the rocket. Oh, man. Xylicor, I see you over there. This guy bops his own message. Blames it on me. 200 IQ strats. Alright, we can actually seal this up now. I'm just looking out for my boys. I see you, man. I see you over there. Alright, so the research doesn't need to be done right now because I don't have data analysis. There's nothing really I would want to grab anyways. Maybe the soda fountain, molecular forge. I got bopped. The self-bop. Hey, man. It's okay. It gets the best of us. The self-boppers. Oh, I gotta... Nah, I don't need to do a sweep right now. It should be fine. Ooh, okay. Got a little bit of lead. Let's go with a little bit of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then... most of this is done. Good stuff. We bopping? I don't know, man. Xylocore is trying to get himself bopped or something. I don't know what Xylocore wants. It's hard to tell, man. Alright, alright. We don't have a lot of water in here, but I think everything's great in terms of the automation. Ah, I need to do that. And we could even go on a test run. Oh no! Oh wait, I could go from the inside. Oh, hell yeah. It's a vacuum on the side still. Oh my god. I didn't build a pipeline on top of the vent. Of all the things I didn't do, man. I didn't build a freaking tile on the vent. Alright, so I needed water for this, right? So that was gonna be the ice water that we had over here, I believe. So the ethanol is ready. Oh, this is ready. Oh, I never put a power line on this. Oof, dude. Okay, so... a lot of deodorizers on this. Ah, and it's coming from this line. That's actually great. If I could remove enough stuff off of this... I think that's amazing. Yeah, so let me cut this and make it so that the dupes have to use the wheels again. That should be alright. So how much power is on this? Oh yeah, it's perfect. So now I could just run it off of the line. That goes down, this goes down, this goes up. Dude, let's go! And then we can get this started. Sweep only. Let's make this priority 4. Doesn't need to be that high up. Dude, 8 tons of lumber already. Let's make a little bit of refined carbon. And then this is nice. Oh, this is active again. Good stuff. Oh, I do need to make sure that I don't accidentally get polluted water. That's the one thing about that I don't want happening. I don't want the polluted water to get pumped into this room, as it could mess that up. Let me get rid of the tiles temporarily to build a pipeline. And then... this is going to be an insulated tile room, actually. Who would have thought? And I think, for the sake of the argument, it's just going to be a regular door. I don't think it's going to matter too much if it's a regular door or not. And then it should just be stockpiled water there. Alright. Now the automation for this is going to be kind of weird. So we go like this. And then my... oh, ethanol is coming, boys! We got ethanol. Even if it's just a little bit. Nice. Nice, nice. Look at that, man. We got power. The closed loop process is complete. Now we just need to stockpile the P-dirt. Okay, so this system over here is going to require the saltwater line. The saltwater line technically extends out to here before it goes into here. So the saltwater line... Ah, I should do a separate line, is what I'm thinking. Okay. So I think what I need to do, well, I don't want to put it here, but I think that's the best spot. I guess you could also put it here, but the ethanol is in the way for now. Okay, so the ethanol is at 34 degrees. If we could have it go lower, just so that it could leave. And then if I go back into here, I want to deconstruct that to build the tile, to push up the ethanol a little bit, so that it's able to pump everything. If possible, I want the cooling loop to do its good job, so that I can get the salt water out earlier. If I can do that, I think I did a good job cooling down the area. And then once the salt water goes here, we get more water for this. Okay, so the idea I am thinking is we pull the pipeline from down here, off of a shutoff. That's going to come this way. Now, because of the pipeline right there, I think we just go straight down. And it should be fine. It's insulated, so it shouldn't cause any problems. And then the next thing I'm going to need is an automation wire. So I believe it's going to be on this. And then we follow the line. Oh, this is going to be mad as... Oh, crap. That's going to be a lot of refining. Every time, man. I didn't want to spend that much. So I want to keep the pipes empty, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I could just have water in the pipes, to be honest, which should be fine. Which would mean my base has natural cooling, so I guess it's fine. Now the polluted water just flowed to the top, so that is a little bit beneficial. I just want to get rid of it if I can. Like, I would mine this tile so the polluted water bubble goes all the way to the top. Aw, oh, come on, Cthulhu! Feels bad, man. He couldn't breathe. I thought he had it. Oh, irritation. There we go. And the polluted water rises, as it should. Okay, so waiting for a little bit of water here. Waiting for the pipelines to be built. Not a lot of power being consumed, though. Oh yeah, so at this point, I should make the ethanol distilleries priority 1, so that the dupes don't accidentally get to that. Why is he breathing in chlorine? Yo, man, I don't know. I sent Cthulhu out for so long in space, he's starting to adapt to the not being able to breathe. He's getting stronger, dude. At some point, we won't be able to stop him. I think he's like part predator or something, man. What's with these space for module apartments? Hey man, that's exactly what it is. We're gonna be living inside. A blue 2, that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. The thing is that I realized that there's radiation inside still. So we can't live inside yet without my dupes getting sick. So I'm building a glossy Draco ranch. We already have a couple of glossy Dracos. So I'm trying to make a aqua tuner setup to keep it cold, so that I could make plastic and put a layer of plastic on the top of the walls. Plastic is arguably the best, alongside lead and how much radiation it absorbs. 0.85. That's the same value as lead. Outside of some choice rare resources, plastic's probably the best thing we could get to stop radiation from shining through, so that's why we're going to do something like that. But yeah, that's what it is, Blue. You're exactly right. We are doing exactly that. We're having space for module apartment homes. Fun times. Improvise, adapt, overcome. I see you over there, man. What a guy. Compressed ice. Wait, what? We talk about ice, baby? Vanilla ice? Alright, that goes there. And then I could run... Oh, I don't have liquids in here yet. So I have to pump something into here. That's fine. Oh, I could just use the cold slush water that I already have. And then the temperature is going to be 24 degrees. Should be easy. So ideally, I just want to... Oh, you know what we could do? I could just do this temporarily as a way to feed in the salt water through. Oh my god, give me my salt water, let's go. Wait, why ice, just water? Wait, what's the ice? What are we talking about ice? What happened on the ice? I got the ice on the wrist. We rapping over here? We got bars? What are we doing, man? I need to know. Oh, compressed magma, then solidify. Wait, we compressing magma and then we solidify? What's happening? I'm a little bit confused, but I think I'm following. Once I get suits, I think I'll clean up this room. You got 3 to 5 tons of igneous tiles, which will block 100% absorption. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Mass also works. The thing with water is that on the water asteroid, it takes around 5 layers of full water tiles to completely block off radiation. But it does completely block it off. It does completely block it off. Alright, so it's coming in, but it's disabled by the automation because we already detected the water. Ah, so this is gonna have to be salt water, right? Ah, yes, I see. So this is ready. So I need to cap it off first before I do anything else. And then I bop the bridge so that I could put water into the loop. That didn't work. Feels bad, man. So I think that means this is a little bit confused due to, I think it's this. I need that, though. Oh, it's the other way. I'm so slow. I am so slow. Honestly, I don't think the radiation is a big deal unless you're on harder difficulty settings. As long as the dupes aren't spending all day in the worst column. They could, though. They sleep in there, man. Man, I've had dupes idle next to a research reactor, man. I don't trust the dupes at all. These guys, man, they will literally sleep next to a research reactor. Just for fun, you know? They're about that life. Oh, man. Alright, so we have a cooling loop now. This maintains temperature inside the area. I could start releasing hydrogen. And then this should be okay. Now, in terms of power, the aqua tuner should be ready. Let's pause. Build power line, cancel. All the wires is good. And now everything's already cold, so I don't need to do anything. Now I do want to change from water to salt water, so I will change it up, but before we do it, I'm going to make it so that it's above 24. Which it is, so the water drops. It's a mixed water tank, so it's kind of gross. And then we delete the water. And then I want to change that to below, because I want to get rid of all the water. Ah, it's too fast. No, the water element mix. God damn it. This is empty. Alright. I am going to force a green signal by doing this. Just to delete all the water, man. Come on, let it spill. The viscosity of the mixed liquids need to stop. That's a standing... Oh, God. That's so gross. Alright, can y'all drip water then? Dude, look at that standing lock. This is a travesty. Did I release hydrogen? Oh, I did? Ah, God damn it. I can't stop that, man. God damn it. Alright, so we gotta do the thing again like this. Have that go down. Water gets crushed. Is there no way for me to get rid of that, man? It's such a pain, dude. How come the water is balanced so perfectly still? Like, I know they have a wall to lean on, but damn, man, can you just spill over? Make it kind of nice for me? Now I don't know which element's gonna actually be on the tile. I should have filled it up with one. Boil it. Oh, God. Technically, that's supposed to be like that. Sweep those tiles. Then crush the steam. Yo, man, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, man. Either way, it's just gonna be a pain. The only way this works is if we fill it up all the way with salt water, I think. And then we push the bubbles to the top the top layer. And then when we open it, one of the liquids will get deleted, guaranteed. The other one might stay in the corner, though. That might suck. That's such a pain, man. Whatevers. Alright, so that's fine. Ethanol dump is right there. We're still removing hydrogen. Ethanol is being produced. We have a lot more cold water still, and I don't need to worry about it. This is looking pretty good. Alright, speed this up. Speed this up. So... we need to release and let it settle, due to the fact that I want this to be a shearing room. I mean, I might as well build the rooms then, right? Station shearing. So this is going to be a pneumatic door, much like this one is. And I am most likely going to need a tile here. And then this is going to be a pneumatic door. That's going to be because of the shipping chutes. Now, this one is going to be a little bit weird. I need to deconstruct this tile. I need to put a pneumatic door here. And then I got to put 2 tiles here. Oh, wait, I could just extend it out slightly. That's a little bit better. That's technically a little bit better. And then I would keep the ladder here. So technically I need this. Which I should just pull up all the way. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, we got the bed. We got the bed, Cthulhu. We got Geek the bed. They're doing good. They're doing good. You can't fault me now. You can't fault me now. Alright, alright. So there's no critter drop-off here, but we'll have one at the bottom. However, we'll probably need to allow for... Ah, there's a pipeline there. That's fine. And this is going to be the critter drop-off. Wait a second. I could do the door strat. Oh, wait, but there's 2 rooms. Ah, that's right. I might have to extend it out on this side too, then. That makes a lot of sense. Ah, the neurovacillator is kind of in the way. Do I have a second one? I will deconstruct that if I have a second one. Oh, I do. That's it right there, right? Does it look the same at the base? It does. Okay. We demolishing this. Can someone do this? Slayer, the legend. Nice. So sadly, this neurovacillator has to go. Luckily for us, we already used it, inspected it, and got the databanks. So we'll probably have to designate that one to be the proper neurovacillator once we get the recharges. Salt water is still on the side. Come on, man. This is technically infinite pressure at this point. Oh! Oh, there we go. I think this is fine. Oh, yes, I think this is fine. I think I could deconstruct this now. I am a little bit worried about the amount of water we're coming in with. And then the water should push out. Yep. Strats, baby. And then it's still a vacuum. Let's go. Alright, we'll do it again. Please push it to the right. To the right. To the right. Yeah, dude. Always lucky. Let's go. Salt water. Oh, that's going to allow this to be like infinite pressure, though. Hey, alright, so we're going to wait for the water to go up to these 2 tiles. Oh my god. Alright, so with this, I could deconstruct that. And I probably should start setting this up. So, in the same case that we have the ladders here. Bam, bam, bam. And then I want to mine that, decon that. Alright, so same thing again. We have that 1 layer of salt water that we should push out. Come on. That's infinite. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's good, that's good. Aw, brine. Seal it up, boys, it's time. Come on, boys, just seal it up. Do it for the Cuddle Pips. Come on, man. Hey, there it is. Spellmore, the legend. Coming in to seal it up. Good stuff, good stuff. Nice. Alright, so now we pick brine water. And it shuts it off. Wait. Oh! No! Hey, we closed it in time. It doesn't drop it off. Let's go. I did not want to crush that. Alright, so this is disabled. The water pressure is fine. Once it's above, the temperature I think we'll actually use is 90. We're going to use the water for a long time. So I shouldn't actually be worried about burning through the water if we use it pretty efficiently. I could go up to 95, but I think it's fine. Alright, so brine water, nice. And then we got to extend that out right there. Pretty good. Alright, alright. So we still need hydrogen. How much are we at right now? 700 grams. Okay. So 11 times 700. That is 7.7. And that's grams. Oh, that's not a lot. Do I have CO2? I don't. Oh, it's here. That's why. I believe this works. They pipe through in between. And what I would be looking to do is extract pipe contents for CO2. Kind of like that. Nice. Alright, so we're just going to extract off of here. I will have a canister emptier here. And it should be okay. And I need to get a little bit of carbon dioxide. Alright, so this is fine. So we could do the mechanized door strat here. And then have the critter drop off here. Which means that I could make this a pneumatic door. Now on this side, we could deconstruct that and put this setup there and have that like this. Wait, is that more hydrogen? Alright, turn that off for now. And then we'll have the critter drop off on that. Nice. So modified versions. Oh, haha. I would have to deconstruct this and have it a tile lower so they can't break out. Because when this is open, they could just run out. Feels bad. And then I need the tile. They could slip through at the bottom. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're at 800. It should average out at 800 exactly. Now, I'm looking for CO2 gas. I guess they're doing the other job still. Oh, I only have one plumber, probably. Okay, let's pass on some skills. Clash is a plumber. Let's go. Geek is a doctor. We're not going to give that skill. Oh, ranching. And then tier 1 carrying. Coop and Hammond, ranching as well. I have so many doctors. What the heck? Alright, so carrying, build, dig. Tanit. Another doctor, my god. Ghost Rider. Only does building. I guess it's fine. And we'll be okay for now. Alright, so I do need a critter sensor. That's gonna be here and here. So technically having it right in front of, right above the door, I think it's the ideal position. Because we do need to do this. I don't know if I need a NOT gate anywhere, but either way I think it'd be fine, because I just switch above or below. Or I should be. Alright, so this is getting hot now, right? Yeah, it's getting 40 degrees. I don't have a cooling loop inside anymore. Alright, so we do this. Oh, it doesn't want to... What? Yo, feels bad? I don't want to put salt water into here? How come it doesn't want to go in anymore? Feels weird? Good night. Have a good night, Pink Dragon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging around. And of course, hope you have a good one, man. See you next time. How come I don't have... Oh, I could do it like that? Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I basically just need an empty pipe bubble. And we can do it like that. This would connect. This continues on normally. Cooling loop still doing its thing. Nice. Burn through the ethanol. We don't need that much water over here anymore. It should be fine. Cooling loop is good. Cooling out this side so the heat doesn't sneak in. This side temperature doesn't matter. Alright, so when the critter count is... when it's below 8. Is that it? No, it's above 8. Above 7? Because I'm at 7 right now, so this is not true. So I do need to wrangle one guy. So I have, if I have 8 critters, and if I go below 8 critters... No, it's above 7. Yeah, it's above 7. Is it? Yeah. Because we are not above 7, I should auto-wrangle from the room out. That is correct. So it should be the same here. No eggs. And then there's no critters here. Nice. So from here, do I have carbon dioxide yet? Alright, let's get it started. So 22.8 is how much I have. If I divide 22,000 by 11, that's a little bit too much. So if I did the math, so 22.8 times 1,000, and then I need to divide that by 11 times. I get 2,000. So if I want to get to 800, that's around what? 40% of that? So I want to release... so let's do it backwards. 800 times 11. Okay. %38%. Alright, so that means it's... okay. 14 kilograms. Alright. So, slow that down. Nice. So we just wait for the gas to settle. And it should be exactly 1 layer at the bottom. That's what I'm hoping for. And then this needs to be hydrogen up top. I might need a lot more hydrogen due to the amount of chlorine that's here. Maybe I have to pump out the chlorine. Maybe I have to pump out the chlorine. This is going to take some time for the CO2 to settle, though. But once it does, we should have the perfect layer down there. Alright. Grub fruit preserves. Not bad. Oh, the water level's going down slightly. I guess it's not bad. I'm okay with that. Alright, so I might as well get this started. Start planting the mulewoods. Oh, I can't disable harvesting on this yet? Okay, I gotta wait. But we will need to do something like that. A little bit of hydrogen. Even if I release all of it, it's probably not going to be enough. Nice. Temperature controlled. Aqua tuner setups. Dude, we are making progress. So the next thing we got to do is stop the heat leak right here by moving the Drecos inside to the proper shearing room. Oh, and that means I got to work on my rail. Do I want to do anything extravagant for this? So we know that this right here needs to be deconned. I need to reroute my line to here. I probably don't need to filter it out or anything. It should be alright. And if anything, you could kind of pick up a Dreco from here and take it to here if you want as well. We should be good. Gotta make some sweeps. Oh, I gotta fix my sweep commands. Oh man, they're all inside. Feels bad. I actually do have to remove my chlorine. Ah, that sucks. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Hello? What happened? Game? I'm scared. It blacked out. Oh my god. What the hell was that? Guys, I'm safety saving. I'm safety saving. What the hell was that, man? Yo. Oh my god, we're moving at hyperspeed. Oh my god. Okay. Guys, screenshot mode is broken. You don't want to use it right now. What the hell? I tap once and it moves like 5 different galaxies, man. Holy crap. The speed of which that is moving is a little bit scary. Oh, look at that. It's almost settled. And there's exactly enough gas pressure for this to grow. So if I could maintain this hydrogen level in this room and balance it out so that the hydrogen's at least down to here, I think we have the best case situation with cracking open this setup. C for cinematic cam. I see you, Fluon. I see. Oh! Ah, God. I'm so used to screenshot moding. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I'm too used to it, man. My door crusher cannot keep up with the CO2 generation. I might need to add a double door setup to crush more CO2 at a time. Alright guys, I think this is going to be a great spot to wrap things up for the night. We got our new Dreco Ranch, the shearing station area, the aqua tuner to keep it cool. Did not make any progress on this because we need plastic, and we found out that we're maxed out at 16, which kind of sucks. So we're going to use 12 Spacefarer modules and then use the remaining 4 as actual rockets at the top. And then we also got our ethanol distillery started. I need more arbor trees. I know that for a fact. So as of right now, this is going to be a temporary farm. We're going to have to add more and more layers going down. But that's going to be done in time. And of course, guys, looks like that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. We did make some good progress. And sorry for the shorter stream today, guys, as I missed out a little bit in the beginning. But thank you guys for hanging out today. Let's get that saving. That safety save woke me up, man. It's like legit, might be time to wrap up stream. That safety save kind of, you know, made me see my own mortality. How fragile the playthroughs are. Y'all ever play Skyrim? And you're like, dude, I haven't played it so long. I install all the mods. And you start up playing, you know? You get past the first screen, the cinematics. You see, you know, the guy, you pick sides. Go through the dungeon. And then it's like, we gotta go to, you know, Whiterun. And then before you go, there's like a dungeon, right, you could do? And then you load the dungeon in for the first time and your game crashes and you haven't saved yet. That's what it felt like, man. Black screen. Aw, dude, not like this. And then, bam, never again. You put Skyrim down for another 6 months. And you never load it back up again. It'd be like that sometimes, man. Happened to us here. But of course, guys, that's going to be it for me today.